If you are an Indian and you're very proud about it and you're planning to celebrate Independence Day, I suggest you don't do it. Take a resolution that you will not bring any hate to India and then you celebrate your Independence Day. Welcome to askraghulan. Thank you for all the love and support. If you like my videos, subscribe to the channel. Before we get started, keep the comment section polite. If you're gonna throw hate or sarcasm or any toxic comments or any foul words, people gonna throw that back into your face. So let's keep the comment section polite. I'm not gonna celebrate my Independence Day. I'm not really proud of it. I mean, like, people have done great things in the past. But look at the current generation. They are just bringing shame to India. They're not doing anything great. I'm going to be pretty blunt in this video. I might actually upset you. But my goal is not to just to get you angry. My goal is to make you think as well. There are certain things that we do within India and outside of India, which is actually going not in our favor. It brings more hate towards us. And we are offending a lot of local people wherever we go. And that is going to turn into discrimination. We don't know. We cannot control discrimination. People don't need to love us. At least people shouldn't be hating us. And these are all like not too hard stuff. You're not like most of the Indians don't do crimes, we get our kids to study, we work hard, we do all that sort of stuff. If you look at it, I worked with plenty of other nationals. I find Indians are most adaptable. They are very flexible, they are very hardworking, they are very kind, and at the same time they're very skilled, and also they are cheapest, which you couldn't find these combinations together in anyone else. We have this right combination, but still there are certain things that we do. It is going to bring a lot more hate towards us. That hate is going to turn into discrimination. That discrimination will actually take opportunities from us. It could be a job, it could be a business opportunity, it could be a rental home. And actually I know for a fact that, if there is a rental home, if there are like 10 or 20 people applies for it, a white guy will get it right before us. That's not because like we are not eligible. That's because like the person who is making the decision may actually, hate us for some reason. And that hate, no one brought to them. We actually gave the reason for them to hate us. Next incident happens in any temples outside of India. I'm a Hindu, I'm saying this. Okay. So this is, we don't have to divide India for this one. So this is like almost every state in India is actually contributing for this one. So instead of they celebrating and worshipping their God within their place of worship, they decide to take their deity on the street. They'll play a loud music, they want to shout, they want to make sure that they are 100% annoying the neighbors. They are 100% making sure that everyone around them is actually hating them. I really want to understand. Your Hindu God didn't give you that lifestyle. The lifestyle that you have is given by a Christian country, and that opportunity is what actually changed your life, not a Hindu God. I'm not asking you to convert to Christianity or anything else, but at least act with some civic sense. Think about others, because everything you do, like these kind of stuff, you might be in numbers, you might be like 200 people, 300 people, so people will not be able to question you, but people will hate you. Guys, just remember one thing. Every bad experience that you give to someone else, those people is gonna turn into a word of mouth. They'll be doing a free marketing to promote the hate against India. What is gonna happen with that? Your children and your grandchildren will be missing out on opportunities. Someone will be sitting in a decision making level and they'll be deciding who should be joining the company, who should be giving this contract to. A lot of these things will be decided from them, and those decisions you just making it very easy. Should I give it to Indians or non-Indians? Look at that. We are saying that should I give to this country or 157 countries? Now what will happen? Because of this hate, it's very easy for them to go and choose any country except India. So now your kids, your grandkids is going to miss out on opportunities. Guys, we are there to grow. We were not emperors in India. We were poor. We didn't have good lifestyle. We didn't have good governance. We didn't have good bureaucracy. We didn't have good infrastructure. So we went there since we don't have any of that. So while you're there, keep quiet. Shut up. Grow. Don't irritate the locals. Now look at all those videos which I've said. If you go and look at it, you will see people say deport, 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 PUBG and all that sort of stuff. And this month, August 31st, there is a parade that is happening in Sydney, and that is against immigrants. Deport all immigrants. And that was the parade that is going to happen in Sydney this month, in another 15 days. I want you guys to actually watch how many people are joining that parade. There is a percentage of people joining that parade because of the things which I've said on this video, because of the things that you irritated people. Dancing in the streets, shouting with loud music and all that sort of stuff. People will look down upon us. Look at Chinese. Have you seen any Chinese doing this kind of stuff? Have you seen any Philippines or Vietnamese, Japanese people doing this kind of stuff? They are respected. You are not. Behave yourself, guys. And there was Indians, when they're going on flight, they feel as if they should be treated like kings. No, you are on an economic class. You are on the cheapest flight with the cheapest ticket. Why do you have to act as if you have the every right to question anyone, shout and play cards in the middle middle of the flight and, play loud music. And what do you think that people will think about you? Because of these things, hard-working Indians, majority of the Indians are actually hard-working. They are struggling a lot to put on the table for their family. They're supporting their family in India. Those people are going jobless. Those people are getting bashed on the streets. This happened in Ireland. This happened in Sydney couple of days ago. And you are the reason for this. Let me tell you another thing, guys. Let me tell you another thing. I want you to think. I want you to translate this in Hindi, Punjabi, and all that sort of stuff, because I'm going to do the same video in Tamil. So I'll make sure that the Tamil people get this in their head. They don't do too much stuff. They do this religious foolishness for some time. And on these festival seasons and stuff like that, they make sure they do this kind of stuff. But other than that, I want you to translate in Hindi and Punjabi and all that sort of stuff. Here, there is a parade that is happening on 31st of August in Sydney. And that parade is for against all immigrants. Can you guess why it is against all immigrants? Because they don't want it to sound racist. But who they are marching against? That march is happening right after the Palestine march, which happened in Sydney. So that march is after Islamists done their march. Islamists burn their flags. Now those people don't want to target Islam. They don't have guts to do that. That is why they're actually including immigrants, so that they're not just targeting Muslims, they're actually targeting everyone.
There will come a day that we will see far more radical extremists and terrorists coming out of Europe because of the lack of decision making, trying to be politically correct, or assuming that they know the Middle East and they know Islam and they know the others far better than we do. And I'm sorry, but that's pure ignorance.
Now, how they are able to do it? They are able to do it. How they are able to do it? Because you are contributing to the factor. And unfortunately, they bring in most of their hate for all the immigrants. Indians do small portion. We don't even do any harsh stuff. We don't do crimes. We don't pray on the streets. We don't pray in front of the church. We don't actually ask their constitution to be changed. We don't ask their law to be changed to an Hindu law or something. We don't run pedophile gangs. Any of these things. We don't do crimes. We don't make 10 babies. We don't abuse social security. We'll give our education. We'll give good education to our kids. Our kids are actually doing well in education. We want them to go into good jobs. We don't want them to doing all blue collar jobs. We want them to grow in life. Indians are not the people who are doing most of those hate crimes and all that sort of stuff. But still we are targeted as well because of our foolishness. I want you to think about it, guys. If you guys keep shut, if you guys keep quiet just for another 6 months or something like that, those people will not be able to run parades saying that, okay, all immigrants should go. And that is happening in UK, that is happening in Canada, that is happening in Ireland, and that is happening in Australia as well. It is going to happen this month 31st. And the reason they are saying whole immigrants is like they don't want to get offended, saying being racist, looking at technically they really want Muslims to go, not rest of those immigrants. But Indians are voluntarily giving their names in, saying that please include us as well. Because of course we shout in the streets, we spit pan onto the streets. I want to do a video, probably take you guys to Parramatta around, and then I'll show you all the railway stations and everywhere pan has been spit around. And the last thing before I go is like, stop this in simp behavior, guys. Especially Indians, when they are around white guys, they actually try to be very nice, very smiley, very kind, and act very weird and cringe. And they keep praising the white guys. Stop all this kind of bullshit. Why do you have such insecurity? You are there in a job because you got some skills. And also there was a video circulating where people were dancing for a white client who came to their office. I mean, like those people, would they dance for their friend's wedding or their relative weddings or anything? Most people don't do it. They feel shy to do it. How come they are shameless in front of a white guy? They wanted to dance for him. Where is their self-esteem? You are there to do a job. You could be an engineer, you could be a software developer. That is the job that you are there to go and do it. And that is what they're paying you for. Not to lose your self-esteem and then dance in front of another person. Let it be a client. They are giving you the project not because you are the best. They are giving the project because you are the cheapest. If we are the best, Indians should be charging more. Most of the Indian companies actually charging cheap. Even though many of us are actually having very good talent and very good skill set, and technically we are sort of best in a lot of those things. We have a very huge resource pool. Still we act as if we are the cheapest because of these insecurities. Please don't do that, guys. And even look at the white influencers. Why do they come to India? And look at all the people around them. They go and take selfies with them, and if there is a white woman comes in, that's it. People will keep staring at her as if they've never seen a white person before. And white person goes to a restaurant, people will be very kind to them and asking them, no, I don't want to take money. And people are very kind. Please come to my home, and serving them food and all that sort of stuff. I'm asking all these people who dance for a white client in an office, people who are very friendly to a white guy like an influencer and stuff, will they do the same thing to a black African? No, this is completely insecuritiness. No one is being very kind to them. If their color turns to white to black, the next minute people will stop being kind. So that's basically insecurity. And also remember guys, those white influencers, they're coming to India to build their career. They're not coming there because they like India. Technically, none of them actually don't really like. They say they like because they want your likes, they want your following, because you got numbers. Just imagine, instead of you spending like around $10,000 promoting your content and getting like around 50,000 followers, you spend the same $10,000, you go to India, stay in a 7-star hotel, and pretty much wherever you go, you can make superb content. People are so nice to you, and you can make content and make people fall in love with you, and you will get instantly like around 50 million followers and whatnot. And people are coming there just for that, not because they like you or like India or anything like that. They talk shit behind our backs, because I have heard those things, been here for last 15 years and stuff. So think about it. So I want you to think, guys. I don't know if this sounds like, if you're going to be pretty upset, at least, think about it and make some valid argument. And everything that we're doing is actually ruining our opportunities. And we could actually do a lot better than what we are actually doing now. Plenty of our people are actually working hard. We are studying hard. We are highly educated. And technically, if you see most people who owns properties like with stable families in any country apart from outside of India, you compare with any other immigrants, we are the ones successful ones. In US, we are the highest earning immigrants. In Australia, we are the highest earning. In UK, we own the most number of properties. In US and Canada, our Gujarati brothers actually own most of the motels. Just imagine, with that sort of success, people should be jealous of us. People should really wish that they have an Indian friend. Instead, they look down upon us. So take care of this, guys. Act with some civic sense. Let's not bring in more hate. Think about it. Thanks.